and welcome. My name is Crystal and I am the owner of Compassionate Decluttering LLC. And today we're going to take a look at my craft closet. In my craft closet, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the items in here. T-square, useful for a lot of drawing projects. Hanging right up on the wall because it's long. Over here on this top shelf, I have some woodworking projects that are partway finished. This box, it contains all of our sharps in one place. They're stored sharp point down. And I have the box itself all the way up in the top part of the shelf so that children who come over to my house aren't necessarily going to get a hold of the sharps. This box over here contains the miniatures for Battletech and Warhammer 40K. Those are a little delicate for children to have access to, so they're all the way up there. These two containers have the photos for a photo album project that we're working on. In this one, the photos are stored in Ziploc bags. They separate the different years, the different events. I have one present that's ready to go, and I have a couple of boxes that are suitable for shipping presents. I also store a couple of flat packed boxes. I don't want to have too many of them. I do have a lot of space that I could use in the top part of my closet, but I don't want to hassle with climbing all the way up just to get some boxes. But I have a couple of flat boxes. This bag up here is a fun one. Let me show you. I have it labeled for myself. It's backwards for you, but it says, "Fun shapes to hide a present's true shape." And this is a good way to make use of recyclables. And I use recyclable materials one Christmas to disguise the shape of a present I got for my husband. It was a framed picture, and he had no idea what it was. Moving on down to the next shelf. I like this style of shelf. It's the knockdown style. You can use them over and over again, and you can adjust the heights. So I like these for that reason. In this area, we have all the materials related to wire weaving, including a book for wire weaving. The drawers contain the different wires of different colors. The silvers, some brass, one blue because I didn't have any other blue. This drawer is the coppers and the golds. So again, this is all related to wire weaving. Next, I have a container holding all of the tools related to metal shaping. So we have a project where we're cutting and folding metal sculptures. These are all the tools related to that. And again, metal related tools and metal related projects. I have some projects that I'm working on for wire weaving. This next part, I have the bows for presents. I have an office paper organizer, and I'm using it to store gift wrap, folded wrapping paper, or even some of the smaller pieces of tube style wrapping paper that I can use. This contains a couple of my gift bags. I'm very selective about what gift bags I keep. I don't keep gift bags related to particular stores. So if it has a store name on it, it's not going to make a good gift bag. Go ahead and recycle that. This container has all of my greeting cards. I have them arranged by their types and their occasions. I'll talk more about this on another video. This shelf down here contains everything related to jewelry. We have a box full of beading material, beads that have already been sorted, specialty beads. This contains all of our beading tools. Back in here, in this area, I have a couple of small jewelry boxes that we've received. I don't want to keep all of them, but a couple of them of varying sizes so that we can gift different jewelry that we've made. Again, beading tools. Some of the jewelry projects in here just need to be repaired. Some of them need a replacement clasp. So this is where all of those are stored, and each project is in its own separate bag within the larger bag. And a toolbox for all of our files. Again, everything on this shelf is related to jewelry making. Now I'm using my T-square as a pointer. This shelf right in here contains everything related to paper. My paper cutter over here. Then I have a magazine holder holding all of the coloring books. They're all contained in one place. Another magazine holder. This contains kirigami and origami instructions and other foldables. I have our light board here. And then all of the coloring materials, so all of the crayons, all of the pencils, markers, they're all in one space. And I have a little basket containing all of our glues. They're all in one place, except for the ones that were a little too big. I got them after I got this particular basket, but they're big enough that they're not going to fall through the shelf. So larger glues are just nearby, but they're all in the same place. Then I have all of the paint brushes. They're all stored in an upright container. This one is just a pencil organizer that I repurposed, but all of our paint brushes are all in one spot. All of the paints are in this area. All of the inks related to calligraphy, and then all of the paper related to calligraphy. This whole shelf has everything related to paper products, and they're arranged again by type. Something that I want to point out about how the shelves are arranged. The things that are higher up are at eye level, or the way high stuff up there. That's for safety so that the children aren't going to hurt themselves. Things that are at eye level, these are the ones that we use more frequently. And then this is one entire craft section. This is all jewelry related. This section right here is all paper related. These are arranged according to how often we do that particular craft. And the reason that they are different heights is because I wanted to fit the shelves according to what was on there. So we'll talk a little bit about that when I get to a lower shelf. Moving down my craft shelf, this area right over here is everything related to string. I have all of the bundles, the spools of crochet thread. They're all contained in a bin. I don't crochet myself, but I do use them for weaving projects. So those are all in here. I have books related to strings, so I've got one on crochet, knitting, and weaving messages. I already had this metal shelf right here. It was used in the kitchen in the previous apartment, but now we're in a different place and it didn't quite fit in the kitchen cabinet. So rather than tossing it and having to buy a new one, I just repurposed it here so that I could separate the different types of string projects. And just so that this didn't fall through, because it only has the pegs, I just put a piece of cardboard that I cut to size underneath. So I have spinning materials, I have embroidery materials, and again, they're all separated out by their types. Now, something that you may have noticed that I didn't talk about on this shelf are a couple of puzzles. These are some larger ones that I haven't taken out of their plastic yet, so they're just staying in there. But this box contains all of the rest of our puzzles. When we moved, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with our puzzles. We wanted to keep them, but we didn't really feel that we had the space to store them. So some people might feel that this is a bit sacrilegious. What we did, we took all of our favorite puzzles, the ones we were really sure that we were going to do, and we put them into gallon-sized Ziploc bags with the name of the puzzle, the number of pieces, and then the box picture. You can arrange the puzzles so that they're in rows. They're really easy to find the kind of puzzle that you're looking for. You can have the picture on a couple of different sides. This one was too long to fit inside of a Ziploc bag, so I just stored it inside of the box to the side. And so you can put that as your decorating piece. And that's just the different bags of puzzles that are arranged in here. Underneath of the shelf, I have a couple of pieces of cardboard so that if I need them to go on different shelves, in case I have a small thing that I don't yet have a basket for, this is there to keep things from falling through. those are just a couple of pieces that are already cut to size. Down here at the bottom of the shelf, and remember I talked about how the entire craft shelf is arranged by the types of things that we do the most often. So down here we have things that just aren't used very often. This entire section right here, this little shelf, contains all the pieces for a Christmas project that's currently on hold, but we were fairly sure that we were going to work on them. With crafts, I know that I rotate in and out of what craft I'm focusing on. One year I'm focusing on basketry, one year I'm focusing on embroidery. Maybe I have a couple of different crafts that I do throughout the year. If I haven't touched a particular craft or craft media in maybe 5 years, then maybe it's time to start thinking about getting rid of it. But with other items, with craft items, because you might rotate in and out what style you're currently working on and what you're currently interested in, maybe looking at it and seeing if you've touched it in the past 2 to 4 years, as opposed to, did I touch this last year? Well, I'm doing a different craft style, so it changes. Give yourself a little bit more time, but not an indefinite period of time in order to hold on to craft materials. I have a couple of other projects that aren't used very often. If you have interesting boxes and you want to hold on to them, this is a good way to store particular tools. So this particular box contains the tools necessary for basketry, the snips, and a couple of the vine weavers. It's all one tool type, and it's contained in an interesting box. Something that I wanted to show you from this angle is the wrapping paper is stored in the craft shelf. And if you remember, all the way up at the top of this shelf is where I have my gift cards, my bows, my folded wrapping paper. So ideally, you want to have all of your wrapping materials in one place. And since this is the office, I also have my scissors and my tape. They're all here in the office. But let's go ahead and take a look at this gift wrap tube. The gift wrap tube, ideally you want to try to store it where you keep your other gift wrap materials, so your ribbons, your bows, your tags. Ideally you want to store them all in the same place. Some people have more types of wrapping paper than others. I have a couple of mixes of things. I have some Christmas, I have some generic ones, some birthday ones. Mine are all in one place. I don't have that very many. I do recommend that if you are wanting to start getting your gift wrapping materials in place and so that they're all contained, think about getting not only a wrapping paper organizer, but think about only keeping the wrapping paper that fits inside of this. What you want to do is try to only maintain your collection so that they fit inside of this box, and just don't buy the ones that don't fit it. If you already have some and you're wanting to continue to sort your things and declutter, consider donating your long wrapping paper roll. Some thrift stores won't take them, some do. It's going to depend on the particular donation center near you. But another idea you can do if you have the long wrapping paper tubes and you don't want them anymore, or you don't want them if they don't fit, is donate them to a retirement center, especially if the retirement center has an active arts and crafts program. Sometimes they'll be absolutely delighted to get wrapping paper and other craft materials. So that's where I take a lot of my old and my clients' old crafting materials. I take them over to retirement centers so that the folks there can have things in their programs. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Crystal, and I am the owner of Compassionate Decluttering LLC. And if you like this video, please give it a like or subscribe. If you happen to live in the Northern Virginia area, please remember to give us a call or an email so that we can schedule your consultation today. Make it a great day.